So hard to find good assassins these days. Oh. Hi there, and welcome to Through the Flash Portal. Now, I've got to be honest here. I don't like shooters very much, unless they have good gameplay, story, and are unique in their own little way. But things like this, Raze, where it's all Space Marines versus aliens, and it's all in tiny arenas, and the computers always seem to be able to aim at your head. It's not just this game though. Halo, Call of Duty, anything like first-person shooter-ish, I'm just getting tired of them. They're such an overused category of gaming. Seriously, think of better ideas! But anyway, yeah, this is Raze. Enjoy! Raze is a game by Justin, and I'm guessing it's property of Armour Games. It's a side-scrolling shooter where you are in an arena for every level, and depending on the game type, you must kill everyone or anyone who isn't on your team. It's very similar to Plasma Burst 2 in the sense that it's a shooter, it's a side-scroller, it has a very similar layout, it's about Space Marines going against aliens, and it's either a Halo ripoff or a Halo piss take. I'm guessing piss take as in almost every level there's a guy called Sergeant Johnson, there are Space Marines, and it's just, I'm getting tired of these side-scrolling Halo ripoffs. Now let's look at the story. And I'm guessing, let's see here, aliens are invading Earth, and you can either aid the aliens by becoming the alien commander, or you can aid the humans by stopping the aliens taking over the Earth. I would hardly call this a great story. It has been done to death, and there are literally so many other kinds of stories you can think of. I can think of one right now, and it would be a hell of a lot better than this unoriginal piece of crap. Let's see, let's make up a story, shall we? You are a leader of a group of terrorists who want to stop an evil organization of zombie teddy bear pig hybrids from taking over the no, they've already taken over the Earth, but they're trying to turn the Earth's supply of water into jelly, and you have to stop them. Yeah, I know it's retarded, but come on, it's more original than Space Marines versus aliens. And in case you guys have realised I'm not particularly happy about doing this review, it's because someone requested it, and I always almost honour requests. I've only had 2. But shush! But no, the story is not good, and I cannot recommend any other games developer, author, or director from using this story arc. Or is it just a normal story? But just don't use it, please! Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about gameplay. There's a helpful little screen before you start entailing the controls. Arrow keys or WASD are to move, and space is to jump. But up and W are also jump, so it's kind of not needed at all. You shoot by left-clicking and can change weapons by the number keys Q and D or Enter and Shift. You can pause the game by pressing P or Control, and you can check scores by pressing Tab. The layout works well and controlling your character is easy. You can also double jump by pressing jump twice. And that's pretty much it. Playing the game is pretty easy and fun, but the people you have to look out for are the people you play against, because they are the most annoying people you will ever play against, except for maybe other online games. But shush! And your enemies range from robots to aliens to zombies to super soldiers, and the enemies you fight are so annoying. Sure, you can expect a little leeway to your opponent on hard and very hard, but this is ridiculous. You'd expect your enemies, well I would, to just be more skilled than you. rather than having more health and do more damage. Seriously, on one level I had to hit a guy 3 times with a rocket launcher to kill him, and it took him 2 shots with a pistol to kill me, even when I had full armor on. Now that is not a good way to make it more difficult. Just because you couldn't be bothered to program your enemies to be smarter doesn't mean you should give them godlike abilities. That brings me on to another thing. The AIs on your team are unbelievably stupid. I saw one get a minigun and just waste it all by firing at a wall and at teammates. Also, one last thing about the controls. There's no reload button. So if you're on your last bullet and you have another round and you're hiding, you can't reload. You have to just either waste that bullet or go into battle and then suddenly reload. Also, when you press resume after pausing, it lets off a shot. So if you're in a corridor and have a rocket launcher, guess what's going to happen? Now, the visuals in this game are pretty well done. Everything is well detailed, it's all nice, and the only problem is that it kind of blends in to everything else. And it actually started to hurt my eyes at one point because I was trying to find weapons and they just kind of blended into everything, and it's like, I don't want, yes, that's a weapon. And it's just difficult to see things sometimes. The layout is okay, but I had to actually figure it out. No layout telling you how much ammo and how much health you have left should have to make you figure it out. Health should be obvious, not a tiny bar at the top. It's always just so subtle and not very obvious. And it needs to be obvious if you're going head-on into battle and don't realise you're on 20% health and have 1 bullet left. Now the music to this game I actually must commend because it's actually pretty freaking awesome. There's an orchestrated piece that sounds very epic and awesome that's on the main menu screen. And all the rest are in cool techno. Now there are 10 weapons in the game, and depending on difficulty they either do bugger all or they kill people in 1 hit. The first being the pistol, which is apparently the strongest pistol to date. Then why does it look broken and do very little damage? There's also the Bio Uzi, which is just bad, and the bio stuff that comes out of it doesn't go very far. It arches, not a very good projectile. Then there's the assault rifle, and if you use that you may as well be throwing paper at your opponent. There's the Zapper, which is a bad rip-off of the guns they use on Ghostbusters. The rocket launcher, which is something you must get. Enemies will kill you in 1 shot if they get it. If you get it, you can kill them in 2, maybe 3 shots. There's the sniper, which isn't really a sniper because you can't see any further across the screen than any other gun, so it's kind of defeating the purpose of a sniper. The railgun, which I thought was the sniper but the alien version, but isn't really at all. It's basically the Zapper with a further range and more accuracy. The flame shotgun, which I admit is pretty cool, but unless you're really close to your enemies, is really useless because enemies can snipe you from across the screen somehow. The plasma grenade launcher, which is actually pretty useful, does decent damage and the things you fire stick to your enemy. And finally the ice railgun, which looks pretty cool, but in the end is not very good when people can kill you in 1 shot with a pistol. Now that's all the weapons, but there are 2 things that are wrong with all of them. Number 1 is that they all have far too long reload time. And you can't even really tell when you're reloading. It's just like you're shooting someone and then suddenly, oh, why aren't I shooting? Oh, my guy's reloading. Oh, I'm dead. And 2, from time to time your bullets will go through your enemies, which is very frustrating as this is a side-scroller. It is impossible to miss someone on this format if you shoot directly at them. I don't know if this is a bug or intentional, but it's annoying. It's so annoying. Oh, one last thing. There are no grenades. What? A shooter with no grenades? That's impossible, isn't it? And what makes it worse, if you've got no ammo, you can't do anything. You're screwed, unless you find another gun. So, if you're trapped somewhere, with no means of getting a weapon, you can't throw a grenade, because there are no grenades. If someone comes at you, you can't melee them, because there's no melee. So, you're screwed, unless you find another weapon. Which will be very hard if you're in a team deathmatch, because everyone else will be stealing all your weapons! Right, other features included are a quick play mode in which you can choose which kind of match you want to play, how many people there are, if it's teams, basically custom matchmaking. There's also a profile page where you can customize your character, like if he's alien or human. It's limited like Plasma Burst 2, but at least this one shows your stats. And you can choose personality? There are also achievements, but there's only 10, and some of them are just silly. Like one is to get a kill with every weapon in 1 game. Yeah, that's likely. I'll kill someone with the pistol. The pistol would do more damage if I threw the thing at them. There's also info about weapons, how to play, and that's it. And now my conclusion of this sorry-ass game. When it comes down to it, the story has been done to death, the gameplay is frustrating, the music is actually pretty good. The weapons are creative but crap, and it's just not a very good game. I may be just frustrated with shooters or just don't like this game, but I just don't like it. But to be fair, it's only really difficult when you're playing on hard and really hard. but if you're playing on normal, everyone else has the same health as you, you do the same damage as everyone else, so it's more fair. But because I don't like this game, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. As I said, it's just not very creative, the story has been done to death, the gameplay is annoying, and the AIs have the IQ of sponges. There are so many flaws that I just can't be bothered with this game. Anyway, now that that's done, join me next time when I'll be reviewing Steamlands. What-ho! Woohoo!